Drama in the sports world this week with count them, two athletes coming clean about some big scandals. Cyclist Lance Armstrong admitting to Oprah that he took performance-enhancing drugs. Gee, what a surprise. And Notre Dame linebacker Manti acknowledging he exaggerated his relationship with what turned out to be a fake girlfriend. So by admitting these things, these guys open themselves up to legal troubles. Robert Schalk is a defense attorney. Former prosecutor Lise Wheel is Fox News legal analyst. Let's start with Manti because, his story stinks like Limburger cheese. He admits now he lied to his dad. He admits that he lied to a bunch of reporters, creating the very clear impression he had a face-to-face, one-on-one relationship with this woman. All of it is not true. But it's not, Lisa, a crime to lie to journalists, is it?
Greg, I really hate to break this to you. I know you're very naive on these things, but no, it's not a crime to lie to journalists. In fact, it happens every day.
You mean when every president speaks, not just this one?
I'm not getting into that. I'm not getting into that. But no, it's not a crime. To commit perjury, which is what you're talking about, a crime of perjury, you have to be under oath, and it's got to be a material fact. There are a lot of things that go into it. He was not under oath. He was telling a story, spinning a story. It's not a crime.
Robert, when you go back to the interviews, as I did this week, and you listen to Manti he's blatantly lying because he's given the clear impression that he's in an in-person relationship. And then, I want to show you a soundbite here. He says he found out about the hoax on December 6th, but listen to him in an interview 2 days afterwards. Here it is.
I don't like cancer at all. Cancer, I lost both my grandparents and my girlfriend to cancer.
Okay, liar, liar, pants on fire. But is it illegal in some ways? Is there civil liability?
At this point in time, I'd say no. The only civil ramifications would be if we ever found out, and he's not talking, so we won't know. Did he know what he knew, and was he participating? If he was participating, could this female, whose picture was taken off of Facebook and used to perpetrate this lie, could she have some kind of recourse? I doubt it.
All right, what about Tuiasa Sopo, the guy who allegedly is behind the whole hoax? He's a friend of Manti.
Possibly. I mean, if they can prove if there are damages there, if there's something that, I know.
Damages to whom?
I'm grasping at it here because I agree.
Well, Teo could sue him, but he didn't want to do that because he didn't want to take the witness stand.
He doesn't want to depose. He doesn't want any of that. He doesn't want to be put under that oath.
All right, then there's Notre Shame. I don't even want to get into that. Let's switch to Lance Armstrong. And Robert, let's talk about, he comes public. He says, yeah, I doped. But he testified under oath once before that he didn't dope.
Absolutely.
Perjury?
2005, it is perjurious to go under oath and to blatantly lie.
So he belongs behind bars.
A lot of people agree with you, Greg, including the Department of Justice. However, the statute of limitations is 5 years. So the statute of limitations ran.
What about drug trafficking, money laundering, and criminal fraud? Is he saved by the statute of limitations? I don't think so.
No, not. Sorry.
Agreed. I don't believe so. No, absolutely not. But the question is, will the DOJ reopen their investigation? We saw where this went with Roger Clemens.
But now he's admitted to it.
Right.
He's admitted to drug trafficking and money laundering and fraud.
I think where we're really going to see this happen, though, and explode is in the DOJ whistleblowing case. Not just the Landis whistleblowing case, which the DOJ probably joined as of late, as of Thursday.
That's $30 million right there.
Well, treble damages, though. Right. It could be $100 million. Yes.
Yeah, and by the way, his net worth, Lance Armstrong?
125.
Yeah.
Right.
What about sponsors trying to recover all of the money they gave him because now they've been defrauded?
They already are. One sponsor has already come forward asking for, I think, $12.5 million and plus. Right. And the others now, I'm sure, will get on the bandwagon as well. There are other people that he may have defamed, the paper as well.
What about that? He viciously destroyed people's lives by calling them liars, and now it turns out they weren't liars at all. Defamation?
Absolutely. And the most important aspect is, during the interview with Oprah, he says, I intentionally sued these people, and I knew they were telling the truth. You can't get anything better than that.
Exhibit A.
Exactly.
If you're the plaintiff's lawyer.
Sunday Times of London paid him $500,000 because they published a story saying he was doping. Do they get their money back?
He should just write a check now.
Really?
It's in his best interest. He should just write a check now.
My guess is that's already been settled behind the scenes with the lawyers, because going into this and having that Oprah interview and knowing, of course, that he's already been paid that $500,000 from the Sunday Times, they've got to know, and that the suit would be coming. They're going to be looking for lawyers and damages and all of that. A couple $1 million there too.
You know what? His tour de confession really didn't work. You just look at the public reaction. Unless you are fully and faithfully contrite and honest, which his friends say he was not, you
Right.
make matters worse.
And not waiting for 10 years either, Greg.
Yeah,
And he believes he can convince anyone that he can be believed, and he proved that was not the case.
It's always the way with white collar
it's all about him.
Right.
Narcissistic, right?
Right.
Okay. Robert Schalk, Lee Sweal, good to see you both.
Thanks, Greg.
All right. Heather?